Out. What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the Elks Call with the Elks Herd. My name is Scout, aka the rep from Section X.
And I'm Catherine, aka Duvin Elks.
This is your home for Edmonton Elks fan talk right here on Showdown Sports Network, with the replay airing exclusively on Edmonton Sports Talk. Catherine, winter is coming.
Yeah, it's cold out now. It's starting to snow. I hate it.
You can feel it out there. Yeah.
Even inside. See, I work from home, and the bad thing about that is now I wake up and I have to move to a different room wearing my pajama bottoms, because nobody can tell that I'm wearing pajama bottoms when I'm just meeting with them through Zoom. And then I see the crappy weather and I feel the cold and I just want to go right back to bed.
Yeah. Well, I can feel it in my bones. We were supposed to have an episode yesterday, had a guest lined up, and unfortunately couldn't sit in a seat for too long because I took the wrong step the wrong way and messed up my back. I think
it's crazy.
I think it's
that's how you know you're over 30, you sneeze funny and you're out.
Exactly. Yeah. So shout out you if you feel that too, but shout out everybody for being here with us tonight, tomorrow, and whenever you are listening to the Elks Call. Can't thank you enough. So hit the like, hit the subscribe buttons, the favorite buttons, all that jazz to show some love, as your support means everything to us here at SSN. We have a little bit of a stacked schedule. I don't think it's as stacked as shows past, but
no, might be a quick one today.
We'll see. Still here to talk about quite a bit. So let's go through it. We are going to open up with the Shotgun Sports News Desk, talking about the latest news from our network, which is Shotgun Sports Network. Next, we're going to give you Kathy's Herd Report, where we talk about the latest news and transactions in Double E land, and we're going to talk about the CFL semis, the semifinals that just went down this past weekend. After that, we're going to give you an Edmonton Sports update, and then we're going to play some Green or Gold, our spin on Hot or Not. Finally, we are going to open up the fan forum, where we discuss hot topics surrounding the Elks and the CFL world as a whole. We're interactive, so make sure you get your comments and questions into the Herd chat. If you're watching on Facebook, that's going to be at the Elks Herd, and then of course on YouTube, that's going to be Shotgun Sports Network Ltd. All right, the news desk. Let's get the show rolling with the SSN News Desk, where we talk about the latest from our network, which is Shotgun Sports Network. This segment is brought to you by Royal Retros. Save 10% off your order by using code Shotgun Sports. All caps, no spaces. If you like throwbacks, you're going to love Royal Retros. They have the official CFLPA merchandise, and then they also have CFL-inspired stuff as well. New Argos gear. I saw that Will from Argos Fancast was talking about some new Argos-inspired jerseys up there. So, I guess we're all soaking up our tears with new merchandise to get ready for next season. So
I did see that the Elks had a really good sale going on.
Yeah. Shop.goelks.com. Go check that out as well. Obviously, if you're an Elks fan, up to 55% off.
Oh, and they had win a $10,000. Sorry, that's too much. A $1,000 shopping spree if you get your season tickets.
Yes,
you can be entered to win.
It would be nice if they brought back Elksmas, or they used to do Esksmas. So remember the big Boston pizza box I have?
Right.
And you're like, why are you just holding on to
yes.
junk, you hoarder?
Yeah.
That I ended up winning Esksmas, I believe, back in 2017 or 2018 for being a season ticket holder.
Interesting.
So free pizza for a year on Boston Pizza and the Elks. So
that's cool.
It was a good one back.
Should bring it back.
Back in the day before Boston Pizza boycotted.
No.
Anyways, but yeah, so let's talk about Shotgun Sports News Desk. Let's talk about the news from our news desk anyways. 3 more episodes of the Elks Call. So officially, it's going to be next week and then post Grey Cup. So we're going to do a Grey Cup primer next week. And then, of course, we will finish off the CFL season officially. And then we're going to have a holiday special, which is full of giveaways and that's going to be on December 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be our final Christmas send off to everybody for the year. Season 3, we haven't quite, or sorry, season 4 we're going into. We haven't quite talked about when we're going to officially launch, but best of, we're going to do a best of series.
Yeah, we'll be around in between.
Well, and I mean, monthly, we also do some specials as well. Free agency, there's going to be some big news there.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be going offline completely in the off season, but we're just not going to be regular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like I said, December 3rd, that's going to be our holiday special. So it's going to be a blast. Make sure you join us on December 3rd, especially, and get in on the holiday spirit. We'll probably have a pretty big guest for that one as well. And then Rouge, White, and Blue will continue on after the Grey Cup. Until the Grey Cup as well. So same deal as us, but they're actually talking about the full league. Americans talking Canadian football. It's Rouge, White, and Blue. You got to go check those guys out. And I think I may be co-hosting an episode while Joe is out in Winnipeg enjoying this Grey Cup without the Bombers.
That's going to be interesting. I mean, Joe does a really good job. You have big shoes to fill.
I don't think I'll be able to be half the host that Joe is on that show. It's going to be really weird. And I'm excited, though, if I do get the opportunity and if it does pan out. Oz is hilarious, so that would be really exciting. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't put your name in the hat.
Oh, no.
Okay. Alrighty.
This is more than, the Elks Call takes me to the levels of comfort that I'm just comfortable.
Just comfortable talking a little double E, but can't speak on the whole league, even though, guess what?
That's
next up, we have Kathy's Herd Report, where we talk about recent news, transactions, and everything CFL in this case.
Yeah.
So today's Herd Report is brought to you by, you guessed it, Rouge, White, and Blue podcast. Oz and Joe have you covered on the latest happenings in the CFL from across multiple borders. Americans talking Canadian football. That's Rouge, White, and Blue only on Showdown Sports. All right, Catherine. So obviously our team isn't in the fight. And before we get started in this, and this is a thought I had while I was outside. Were the Edmonton Elks ever going to beat a BC Lions at home? Were they ever going to beat a Montreal Alouettes at home? As being the away team. Really, how exciting would it have been? Sure, a little bit exciting. Sure, you have a chance. And I mean, one of these games was a little bit more lopsided than the other. But do you really think that the Edmonton Elks would have beat Nathan Rourke and the Lions in the West?
Don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. I think we all had hopes that we were going to make it far enough to go to the crossover games, but I don't think anybody thought that we would really make it past that, which is okay.
Yeah.
Unless, you never know. You never know. It could have been a lucky day. It could have been a day off for Nathan Rourke. Anything can happen, really.
Well, and you know what? I do think that they would have had more of a chance against Montreal, right. Going the Winnipeg route, right? Which, at the end of the season, I firmly believe that the Double E were better than the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I think, with the way that progressions and
I would agree with that. To an extent, yes.
To an extent. Now, are they going to be able to prevent Montreal from posting 42? I think that if they were going to make it into the playoffs, I think that the Double E had a way better chance going through the East. Maybe not even way better. I wouldn't even say way better. I think that they just would have had a better chance because we saw what Montreal did to Winnipeg. And Winnipeg has pedigree. You can't deny that, especially in playoff games.
Very true.
So what happened with this Winnipeg game?
Yeah, it was still a wild game. I'm not going to lie. We saw the rematch of the 2023 Grey Cup. Yeah. I remember that one. That was a fun. I mean, Montreal was definitely nobody saw that coming. No. Until the very end. So yeah, that was a fun one to watch. The first half was pretty one-sided. Yeah. It really was.
It was all Montreal.
Yeah, we had Davis Alexander. Yeah. Or Alexander Davis, as I like to call him. But Davis Alexander to Philpott connection. Oh. That was insane.
The Philpott brothers in general, yes. Right? They both did amazing on the day. Obviously, one walked away a winner, one walked away a loser, but in two separate games completely, right? But Yeah, I mean, it was all Montreal. It was all gas, no brakes for them in that first half.
Explosive plays, lots of those. Caleros definitely struggled. Few sacks and a fumble throughout the first half of the game. Alexander, he threw 384 yards and a touchdown and added 32 yards on the ground with a rushing touchdown. So he definitely had himself a game. I mean, for this being his first
playoff game as a starter,
it's
well, and I mean that's exactly what the Montreal Alouettes, Danny Machocha and Jason Moss and the rest of the management staff over there in Montreal. This is the continuity that they were trying to get out of Davis Alexander in moving away from Cody Fajardo.
And it was smart. They did it the right way. Elks. But he had enough development to get him to the point that he was comfortably a starter. And then he comfortably moved the team towards the same way that Cody Fajardo had led the team. It was a really, like you say, it's continuity, right? That really made sense, and it clearly paid off. And I really thought this was going to be one of those games that Montreal just took it all the way. The way that the first half was going, I was like, oof.
Yeah. And I mean, they had a bad third quarter, but then they had a dominating fourth. And I think that there was also Winnipeg misfortune in there as well.
Well, and that's just it. In the first half, Winnipeg just had a horrible first half, but they did come back to life in the second half. Even if their first touchdown was a direct result of a badly timed pass interference penalty by Montreal. Like, that was bad. That was a bad mistake. That was one of those mistakes that you definitely don't make postseason. You definitely don't make at those times.
Well, but I mean, Winnipeg also is known for going for those, right? Here's a big long bomb, wide receiver. Let's see
what's gonna happen.
Here's your, Is
it gonna be like almost aiming for a penalty to happen? They're hoping that there's going to be some sort of interference.
Exactly. Well, and they tried that on us in that game here at Commonwealth it's not a couple weeks ago now, but you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I sure do. And I think at that point, it really did shake Alexander a little bit. He was a little shook. He threw an interception right after, and Caleros definitely got his confidence back and followed up with yet another touchdown. So right after that, an unfortunate Montreal fumble gave Winnipeg another crack at it too. So it was wild.
It was
wild.
And you could see them storing back, and Winnipeg did indeed get the lead back. Yeah. Or they at least got the lead, sorry. I don't know if they had the lead the whole...
Not at that point. At this point, Winnipeg had a 19-point deficit.
Deficit then. But I'm saying they marched back from that 19-point deficit.
Yeah, at some point after this, at some point of the third quarter, they had the lead.
Yeah.
They had 3 consecutive touchdowns, all in the span of 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, that's just crazy. That's good playoff, football.
Oh,
if there ever is.
But you do want to see back and forth. I mean, that's a pretty big swing either way, I would say.
But I mean, how many times do we say that anything can happen in 3 minutes?
3 minutes, though. 3 minutes. Wild.
It's crazy. Didn't last long, though.
No.
Montreal definitely responded in kind and got themselves another touchdown by the end of the third.
And then, not long after that, there was a Brady Oliveira fumble that basically sealed the game for the Winnipeg Blue
I would
Bombers.
say that would be the turning point of the game. They had that touchdown, but that touchdown by Montreal's number 8, Scott III.
Oh,
crazy!
Stevie Scott III, and spoiler alert, he is one of my players to watch this weekend.
Well, after that, he's in the right in the red zone.
Yeah.
He's being stopped, and he's just pushing and pushing and pushing until he pushes through and makes it.
I thought that play was going to be called down because of backwards momentum, right? He stopped forward progress, remember?
Yeah.
And then they pushed him through, and I was like, this is crazy. I thought that was going to get whistled down, but it didn't. They continued forward. He got the touchdown. And then, the game started to spiral away from that point.
But even then, now that's when Caleros was like, okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And he threw that crazy deep ball to Wheatfall. I don't know how many yards that was.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was like from one end of the field to the other end of the field. It was probably one of the longest throws that I have personally seen.
Yeah.
I'm sure there has been other ones, but that was crazy.
Mike O'Reilly used to do it all the time.
Yeah. See, but I haven't seen it. But now I got a drink because you said it.
Everybody drink.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, they were only able to kick field goal right after that play, which is unfortunate because when you have a catch like that, you
and it doesn't. Yeah, you don't really capitalize. On that big chunk play, right?
Yeah. Unfortunate for them because Montreal closed the game with a field goal of their own. 33 seconds left on the clock.
Maltos Diaz.
Yeah.
That's a dub for Montreal. Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't, but I'm not gonna lie that I was surprised halfway through this when Winnipeg came back, and I was like, "What? Whoa! Where did that come from?"
Well, and I looked at the score, and going into the half, Montreal was dominating. So I'm like, okay,
yeah.
There's no reason for me to believe that Montreal is going to lose this game. And if they do, obviously it's a massive collapse. But at the same time, I knew that Winnipeg was going to put up a fight. I didn't expect, what was it? 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. I didn't expect that. But I did believe that Winnipeg was going to storm back. I didn't even expect them to get the lead momentarily, but they did.
Was short-lived.
Very short-lived. And I mean, Montreal closed the door. Montreal played clutch football. Like Davis Alexander said, yeah, this is Montreal football. Like this is
what we do.
This is Alouettes football right here. This is what we do. It's always funny, right? Because like, what's Edmonton Elks football? Like that's Elks football right there. That's Eskimos football. That would be in reference to great defense, but great defense, not
closing the games. They should learn
closing the game.
They should learn a thing or two.
Elks football, yeah. Yeah, very true. But anyways, not surprising in this one. I did think that Winnipeg was going to put up a bigger fight.
Yeah.
Because going into that kind of deficit early in the game, and then of course going down 19 and trying to surmount that, or overcome such a big deficit, it's not easy. And we've watched our fair share over the years of double E teams trying to get out of that scenario.
Yeah.
We even see it on the season for the double E. And in this one, it did look like Winnipeg already had blown the game by half. The Brady Oliveira fumble.
Yeah.
That was the end, in my opinion. Like you said, a turning point for the game. That was it. So, and they didn't necessarily fall asleep at their own party, but they definitely went to bed early.
They pushed back, they fought back, but they had a really bad start, and that cost them.
Well, and hosting the Grey Cup, we know the pain of 2018. Hosting the Grey Cup and not making it in. That was a heartbreaking loss for Winnipeg.
How many stories did we hear of people in Winnipeg suddenly just selling their tickets because they want no part of this?
It happens, right? Year in, year out, as the host team gets bounced out. We saw it with BC last year. We were the suckers that paid a high price to be there. And sure enough, you could have gotten those tickets, I don't know, with a grocery deal or something. Like eventually those tickets do go for sale. And they are a lot cheaper than the $250 to $500 price range. So, yeah, I mean, it's that's the realities of it. The host team did not make it to the big dance. No. Made it out a couple of rounds early, if anything, right? They didn't even make it to the final. Also didn't really expect them to make it there either. The East,
this year.
To say that the East is the easier route when Montreal is playing great football, even without Sean Oakman. With that whole Sean Oakman thing, we're not going to get into it on this episode. That's for damn sure. But we all know what he did was wrong. And obviously the league decided to hand that down. They're missing him now. He will not be able to play for the Alouettes. Yeah, if an appeal process happens.
He's out.
And CFLPA is not appealing it.
No.
Because that's a bad look, I think, if you're trying to appeal that. Yeah. So he's done. And I think Montreal's also missing a couple other pieces. So for them to not necessarily have their core of starters or their impactful starters, missing some of those pieces. Good for them.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, I think they're a little bit beat up as well. I think a lot of teams are beat up right now.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens next during the finals.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, those are good teams. Yeah.
Well, and I have a couple theories there, so we'll get to that in just a moment.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Let's get back to this.
The Western
semifinal Saturday.
Calgary versus BC. This game was a lot more competitive than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I did think Calgary was going to take a beating, and it ended up being close.
It's super close. It really came down to the small things, which is really weird. Calgary allowed the time to run out on them in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was bad clock management on at the end of both halves.
And left too many ticks on the timer in the final minute of the game. So that's what resulted in the walk-off field goal win from Sean White from 43 yards out. So, I mean, those are like those little mistakes that you're like, yeah, that's not what you do. Not when you're, fighting for it. You're in the semifinal and you're having bad clock management. Like, what the hell? What are you doing?
Well, yeah, I think that there's quite a few questionable plays in general, especially from mostly Calgary, if anything. Like Calgary and Dave Dickinson should know better. I don't know what happened there.
It's one of those things that you should know better, especially at this point of the game.
Yeah,
things like that can throw the game.
To end the game on a 10 yards short of a touchdown catch.
Yeah.
To Tevin Jones to end that first half, and it was if you're a Calgary Stampeders fan, you're probably very frustrated.
Oh, I bet. I mean, the game started trading on field goals. Minutes into the second quarter, we saw a rouge. Better enjoy those because they'll be gone.
Enjoy them while they last.
Followed by 2 Nathan Rourke sacks.
Yeah.
I bet at that point it sure made everybody in BC plays, every single BC fan sweat a little bit. But a 10-play BC drive was finished off with a Jeremiah Masoli 1-yard rushing touchdown. So I believe that was their starting touchdown that they have, followed by a back and forth field goal battle that extended BC leads going 13-7 into halftime. So that's not a high scoring game, really. Two quarters and 13-7 by then.
Which that could have been 13-10 if Dave Dickinson at a minimum could have been 13-10 if Dave Dickinson would have came up with a better plan in that final minute, right? So I mean, hey, Double E fans will take it. We don't care to see Calgary in the playoffs anyways.
100%. But at the same time, it's surprising.
Yeah.
It's like you say, you perhaps didn't expect certain things that happened to happen. BC definitely looked good midway through the third quarter. Robert Carter Jr. had a 95-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's pretty cool to see. Regardless, put them ahead 27-14.
Yeah, crazy 95-yard kickoff return.
Yep.
Nutty.
Yeah, those are the ones that you definitely also enjoy those while they last.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't a missed field goal.
Oh, I guess.
It wasn't
It wasn't. Yeah. I'm just assuming all of them will be gone from now on. Makes me that sad. Calgary's responding drive was extended by an offside jump on a 3rd and 3, and Vernon Adams Jr. definitely went to work. Hit Barnes for a major, and then engineer another score on the next drive to tie the game after a missed convert heading into the final quarter.
Yeah.
So super close.
Clark Barnes.
These are the semifinals for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, it was pretty intense. And I think on this one, this is where I walked away. I want to say it was 27-27 when I walked away or something like that. But in the fourth quarter, I walked away and I'm like, yeah, BC's got it. Or BC might have had the lead or something. But I walked away and I'm like, BC's got it. And then I checked the score like 3 hours later and I'm like, ooh.
No, then we were watching something else. Something else was happening at the same time. And we were going back and forth. Was it the Blue Jays?
I think it was Blue Jays.
It was Blue Jays.
Sounds
and
like
we
Blue
were
Jays.
like, no, we're going to. So
Blue Jays Saturday night.
Forth, yes.
Yeah.
But it was super close. BC had a field goal with just over a minute to play. when the offense capitalized on a special teams fumble by Calgary's Eric Brooks. But it wasn't enough. Calgary had enough time to strike back. They really did. But BC's defense held Calgary to a field goal with only 30 seconds to work with. And it was a 28-yard reception by Justin McInnes with 3 kicks to play that said White for that game-winning kick.
Well, and Mr. Automatic, it's Sean White. Don't be surprised.
Oh,
Former
yeah.
Double E, one of the best, if not the best in the league. Not best ever, but best in the league right now. And to see both teams square up with major plays, with big chunks, once again, with huge plays, right? That Justin McInnes catch solidified the win for the BC Lions. Obviously, Sean White, you know he's going to get it.
Well, and that's just it. I think we were talking about it with Matt O'Donnell in the last episode we had, that if it comes down to winning the game by one of these plays, Sean White's got it.
It's Sean White. Yeah.
Like, really. He's not going to miss that one.
No.
So, yeah, no, it was a crazy game. Too close for comfort for some people, I guess. Rourke finished 16 out of 22 for 223 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown pass or an interception, but he did manage 68 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. And Vernon Adams Jr. was 22 for 33 with 334 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Rourke technically didn't have the best stat line, but his supporting cast, it was definitely 3-phase football for those guys.
Well, that's just it. When your special teams is good, when your defense is holding back the other team from making major plays.
Which is exactly what you need,
it takes.
That's exactly what you need.
Yeah, what's next? What's coming up next? We have 2 games on Saturday for the finals.
Western final and Eastern final, obviously.
I was like, what comes after the semis? Yeah, finals.
Which is kind of like a semifinal to the Grey Cup.
Yeah, you know what? I still struggle with that. In a way, I always, in my head, I mentioned this. Like, in my head, the Grey Cup is the finals. So when I have to think back, I'm like, the final?
Which one?
No, that's not the semifinal. It's like, but yes, you know what I mean. We're divisions here. Divisions and the division finals.
Well, and that's why when I did the show episode name for today, I'm like, semifinal showdown. Yeah, that sounds right. Wait a moment. This is not the semifinals, but we're going to talk about the semifinals. And this is kind of like the semifinals for the Grey Cup.
Coming up.
So let's just say semi and final. But huge set of games. It's going to be a great Saturday. I foresee some snacks. I foresee some libations. I foresee a couple chillax and relax sessions in the recliner. I think that these ones are going to be good. I mean, you definitely want to see who's making it to the Grey Cup. Always sucks because lately we haven't talked about the Double E making it there, and I think it's been way too long. But let's talk about these other teams that are contending. Montreal versus Hamilton. That's going to be a fun one. I think with both of these games, there's a high chance that the away team can walk away with the win. I think that there's a very good chance that, BC defeats Saskatchewan. Because BC Lions right now are playing lights out football, and there are going to be storylines to watch within that. We'll talk about that with our players to watch as well. But I mean, BC versus Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's playing some of the best football they've ever played. Yeah. Quite frankly. Yeah. Ever.
They really are.
They're a powerhouse. They've also had the week off. BC's potentially staying hot, staying in a tempo of their own off the turf. So I think that this will be a really good contest. I think that this is going to be as tight as the BC Lions and Stampeders game we just witnessed.
The BC versus Saskatchewan?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be a very similar game in that sense.
Yeah.
I am going to be watching for Saskatchewan's D-backs and their defense. CJ Revis is going to be one of the bigger names I'm keeping an eye out for in this one, because I think they're going to have to pick off Nathan Rourke early in order to set that tone and for Trevor Harris to move ahead scot-free, right? Like, I mean, or for him to move ahead with confidence.
Yeah, we all know that that's how Trevor Harris best operates. If he has confidence right off the get-go, he'll do well. as soon as he starts losing confidence, things can get pretty shaky for Saskatchewan.
Well, flip side of it, BC's keys to success on this one is get to Trevor Harris.
Yes, 100%.
Because, I mean, I don't think that their D-backs are as good as Saskatchewan's.
Mm-hmm.
I think their defensive line is good. I don't know if it's as good as Saskatchewan's. Their offensive line, BC's offensive line is good. How will that match up against Saskatchewan's D-line? I don't think it's going to be a mismatch. I think it's actually going to be pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
I think the key for BC, get to Trevor Harris as quick as possible, because Nathan Rourke can take a hit.
Yeah.
He can take sacks and he can keep rolling, as we know.
Well, and we have seen him scramble more than not lately.
Yeah.
So you know he can do both. He can throw, he can pass, he can do the little flip over, the little toss.
The toss.
And the little toss. Those always make me laugh.
That's so funny.
And then he can scramble and he can run. So
yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Who do you got winning?
Ooh, I don't know. But I do agree that it's going to be a tight one. It's really hard to say. Saskatchewan has been playing really, really well. But at the same time, I think BC is really hungry for it.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen it. I do worry that Calgary and BC was so close. Like, maybe there's a couple of things that they could fix. But at the end, I do think BC is going to walk away with a win, I think.
Nice. You're going BC.
I don't know by how many, but...
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of argument, I'll go Saskatchewan, because I do think that BC can walk away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Will they? I think Saskatchewan might actually make it back to the Grey Cup for the first time in over 10 years. So for the first time since 2013.
They have the team for it. They have been playing great.
If they don't capitalize on it, it's going to be a choke.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be labeled no other way other than a choke.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so that's that one. For the sake of argument, you're saying BC, Kathy's saying BC.
Just for the sake of argument.
And I'm saying Saskatchewan. And main reason, or one of the big reasons why.
It's because you just like to argue with me.
It's not just that. It's not just that. But no, it's the fact that the pressure is on Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So if they do not come through on this, there's going to be quite a few people upset. This is obviously a big step up from what they've done in the past, but they really need to get it done. Mm-hmm. And they are wearing their retro jerseys at home. So, and I who am I cheering on for? I'm probably cheering on for BC, but I do think Saskatchewan will get the win. So I won't be heartbroken.
Maybe they will be the 2023 Montreal Alouettes.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, Saskatchewan, just the underdogs that nobody really is expecting.
But they're best in the league. They're number one in the league. They're not.
I guess it's not an underdog. That's true.
They're the expected winner. BC would be the underdog.
Out of all of these, out of all four.
Yeah. BC.
They're the underdogs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
If you were to look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, I think this is actually matched up
really well.
1 to 4, and then,
as if we didn't have silly divisions.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Montreal versus Hamilton. Yeah. Because Hamilton would be number 2. Yeah. Montreal would be number 3. Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. That somehow worked out really well. I never thought of that.
Okay, the next game we have Montreal versus Hamilton.
Montreal versus Hamilton. And by the way, in that other game, sorry, I did need to mention Nathan Rourke is my player to watch.
No,
forgot about that. Yes. But as far as Alouettes versus Tiger Cats, yeah, it's going to be a good spirited contest down at Hamilton Stadium, formerly known as the Donut Box. I think that once again, the Alouettes can walk away with a win. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Montreal Alouettes beat the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah. That's who I have. That's who I think is going to do it. I think Montreal Alouettes.
No way.
Yeah.
I'll write that
Davis
down.
Alexander has been really pushing it. And they have some really good players too.
Yeah. Well, and they're also playing with momentum as well. Mm-hmm. They played a good game against Winnipeg.
Yeah.
they took out the host city and a team with pedigree. So they're probably feeling pretty good off of that. We'll see what Hamilton has to say, right? Kenny Lawler is going to be a player to watch in that game for sure.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all know the Bo Levi, Kenny Lawler connection. But,
well, are the Montreal Alouettes going to be able to stop it? Are they going to be able to shut down that connection?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be critical. You know that Hamilton is trying to fire that ball down the field to Kenny Lawler or draw the penalty. You know, they're that's one of their main lifelines for that team. Their running backs are pretty good. Greg Bell and company, they do have good running backs. But I think for them, it's going to be that aerial threat is their key to success there.
Mm-hmm.
Flip side of it, Montreal, it's going to be their ground game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Stevie Scott needs to build on that last performance. Seriously, because it was helping, right?
Yes.
You can work more by the air by running on the ground.
Well, and with Philpott right now, he's also pretty hot right now.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
We'll see.
You're onto something. The defenses, I don't think that the defenses are as much of a story as
in this one, no.
As let's say, the
with
BC versus Saskatchewan. I think that's all defense.
Well, but it could be the factor that makes the game, right? If we're expecting this to be more of a running game or a air game, but if it may come down to which defense is better.
Yeah.
If that's not necessarily the deciding factor, if we both are expecting the air game and the ground game to go really well and offense be strong, the deciding factor may come to better defense.
Yeah, I mean, or who can shut down the other team's offense, right? And I think that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
That's very valid. We'll see what happens. I do think that Hamilton should win this game. With my heart, I will be cheering on Montreal. Like, I think the Montreal story is great. I like to see what David Alexander is doing.
Alexander Davis.
Who
Davis has
Alexander.
a first name that it sounds like a last name and a last
Who
name
has
like
two first names
come on.
as a full name? Okay. We do see here in the herd chat, Jamie Fadoon is flying to Regina tomorrow night, going to the game on Saturday. Let's go BC Lions. Cheering against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Yeah. We love it. We'll give a round of applause to Jamie. And then Calvin has an off-topic question. Do you think Tyrell Ford re-signing means Trey Ford will remain with the Elks next season?
No. I think he said it himself in one of his interviews, didn't he?
He did,
that yes. The decision that Trey Ford makes is completely independent from the decision that he makes in this team. Like, they're not tied to the hip. Obviously, Tyrell Ford is focusing on himself and his career, and that's what he should be focusing on. Whatever Trey Ford decides to do, that will be best for him. Has absolutely nothing to do with Tyrell Ford being here in Edmonton.
Well, and that's not to say that Trey Ford absolutely will not re-sign in Edmonton.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know that.
No, but
the writing is on the wall right now for an exit, but Tyrell Ford is looking out for his best interest. Yeah. His agent has brokered this deal, and apparently the money is still very high.
Yep.
So he's going to get paid. He did do his job. He didn't get targeted as much, but he was able to once again kind of work upon his game and provide results. He was one of the better parts of the team for the Edmonton Elks, and more than happy to have Tyrell Ford back. Hey, if Trey Ford does stay, or if that is an influence on Trey Ford re-signing, then cool. But Trey Ford also needs to realize his best opportunities as well. And hey, that still might be with the Edmonton Elks.
Yeah.
Got to see what all the other teams want to do. If there's a trade offer out there, XYZ, and there is going to be changes next year. There is a coaching carousel, I think, going on right now. So we'll talk about it later on in the show. But great question by Calvin.
Sorry.
You're dying.
It's dry. It's really dry here.
All right. I know what we can. Well, I guess you know what place is really dry? City is the city of Edmonton.
Oh, jeez.
So why don't we give you an Edmonton sports update? The turf is out at Commonwealth Stadium. Crews have begun refreshing the playing service at Commonwealth Stadium, with the project wrapping up before the 2026 season kicks off. Stay tuned to the Elks Herd for more information. Division final weekend is upon us. The BC Lions visit Regina to face the Rough Riders, while the Alouettes fly west to Hamilton to face the Tiger Cats. Catch all the action on TSN this Saturday to find out who advances to the Grey Cup. First kickoff is at 1 p.m. Mountain. The 13-4-1-1 Edmonton Oil Kings have been staying red hot, defeating the Red Deer Rebels at Rogers Place last night on another Wiener Wednesday. They'll continue their campaign on Friday in Medicine Hat against the Tigers. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. Mountain. Your 6-5-4 Edmonton Oilers were defeated by the Dallas Stars on Tuesday by a score of 4-3. They'll host the Colorado Avalanche on Saturday night at Rogers Place. Puck drop is at 8 p.m. Mountain. National Lacrosse League will return to YAG for one night only on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm will host the Calgary Roughnecks at Rogers Place for an honorary Battle of Alberta. Grab your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And don't forget that Love Pro Wrestling has events every month, with their next event recently announced at the Freemasons Hall on Saturday, November 22nd, with tickets as low as $10 for Sky High talent and entertainment. You don't want to miss out on Love Pro Wrestling. For the Elks Herd, you're up to date.
Okay.
Okay, up next, we're going to bring you Green or Gold. Our take on Hot or Not. Green or Gold is brought to you by our new Edmonton Oil Kings fan hub, the Royal Line. Cody and Len bring you their fan-sided coverage from outside the rink. You can find them at the Royal Line on most social media platforms. Hey, let's play a game, by the way. A game within a game.
Okay.
I'm going to turn up the volume on the music again.
No.
If anybody can spot or message in on the herd chat, let us know if anybody can indicate where the Royal Line sticker is.
Oh, geez.
I think we got a couple stickers for you. So if you can find the Royal Line sticker.
A couple of them? Okay, I see one.
Yeah, there's do we have, I only brought down one sticker.
Well,
I guess you're going to have to go to the Royal Line to figure out what their logo looks like, but there is a Royal Line sticker on the set right now. So if you can see it, let us know, throw it in the herd chat, and we got some free stickers for you. All right, but let's play this game. This is Green or Gold. We're going to bring up a topic or item, and if you like it, you're going to vote Gold. But if you don't like it, you're going to vote Green. Herd chat, you know what to do. Blow it up. Get your comments, get your vote into the herd chat to have your voice heard. H-E-R-D, heard. All right. You do have a picture for this one, Catherine? Big yawn.
It's the yawns came early today, but yes, I do.
This is the Grey Cup branding for the Calgary Grey Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Is it green or is it gold? Catherine, what do you think?
It looks the same as all the other ones.
But they got little mountains in it.
Can you show me the one that is for this year?
The Winnipeg?
Yeah, can you show me the Winnipeg?
So for people that are listening, basically it's like the Grey Cup logo.
Like the usual Grey Cup logo that we see every single year? Yes,
except it has red background and white mountain tops and red mountain underneath it.
What does the Winnipeg one have?
Let's look for 2024 Winnipeg Grey Cup, which I want to say it had an IG field in the background. No, so that was Vancouver. Sorry, that was Vancouver.
So it was just
that was just orange.
Orange.
Like an orange, yeah, orange.
What's Winnipeg's?
Stand by 2025. So they have the woods in the background.
Oh, okay.
So there is a difference, Catherine. Don't be so crass. Okay?
Oh wow, crass. Sorry, it's just the small details that I didn't notice. I'm glad that they change it every year.
Of course, well, they have to, yeah. I mean, the old logo used to just change the stadiums in the background, so it used to be a little bit more tame. Jamie does vote green, by the way.
Green, yeah. I mean, I guess it's very Albertan. Okay, question: if it was in Edmonton, what do you think it would be? The skyline?
Yeah, probably like Walterdale Bridge.
Yeah, the skyline of Edmonton.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that is a good question.
Yeah, because I feel like mountains, like calm your horses down. You only have some mountains.
Calm your nays, okay? Calm your nays. They don't even actually have mountains in Calgary.
It's not even in Calgary.
That's a thing,
it's outside of Calgary.
It's like that visit Edmonton.
You don't own Banff.
True.
Calgary doesn't own Banff.
But it's like the visit Edmonton ads, and it's all mountains.
Still Jasper.
Right? It's all Jasper, which is 3.5 hours away.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give this a oof. I like the Winnipeg better. That one's cute, actually. Mm-hmm. That's a really cute little background. So I'm gonna say green.
Okay, I guess I'm saying green too. I can't. It's Calgary by nature.
You can't
I'm not
argue
allowed
with
to.
me all the time.
No, but this is 2 weeks in a row that we haven't disagreed on this show.
If you were to say gold, what would the reasoning be?
I like the mountains.
Yeah, I like the mountains. That's a very Albertan thing,
just
but
a little bit.
It's not just Calgary. They don't get to claim all the mountains, so I don't like that.
Apparently, they think they get to. So,
anyways,
something we didn't talk about, by the way, in the herd report. How about we bring this up?
Okay.
Green or gold, ladies and gentlemen. Julian Grant re-signing with the Edmonton Elks. Is it green or is it gold?
Gold.
You're struggling.
Struggling. What is yours? I'm going to disagree with you.
It's obviously, gold because he was the most productive, if not one of the most productive wide receivers on the team last year. He actually had chemistry with Cody Fajardo.
No, I'm excited. We definitely need help in the wide receiving side.
Is this a gold for you then?
Yeah, I said gold.
Okay.
In between of a cough.
Yeah, see,
I was coughing and saying it at the same time.
Dying.
That is definitely a gold. Yeah, no, I think there's a few pieces that are still missing a little bit, and wide receivers is one of them.
Yeah, I do want to see guys continue the mission from this year.
Of course. I mean, we have some good pieces in there. Curly Giddens Jr. needs to do a little bit more, I think.
Oh, he needs to get targeted more as well. Needs to make sure he holds on to the ball as well, which we didn't see too many drops, but we did see a couple. Wide receivers in general, like OJ Hilaire, he's somebody that can build on this year. Benjamin Victor could build on this year. Do you see better talent out there? What happens come free agency?
Yeah.
Right?
But I think it's a smart move for now.
Right.
We'll see what happens during free agency, but it's a smart move for now, I think.
Yeah, no, like I said, right? They need to continue the mission. You don't continue the mission by swapping out all of your wide receivers. Some of these guys are still on terms. Keon Julian Grant will be returning for one more year as per the extension, right? It carries them through 2026. So that is going to be a cog for the Double E going into next year. What if you get somebody that can take on a WR1 role, Keon Julian Grant, 2 to 3?
Yeah.
I think that's, wide receiver 2, slot back 1, something like that. you want to see Keon Julian Grant be in those positions that will make him the most successful and the team the most successful. Aces and places, as we say at McDonald's. Shout out McDonald's.
No, I agree. I don't think it's a bad decision. I think it's smart.
So you're big gold on that one.
Did. Well, yeah, and especially, when you're starting to build chemistry with a team, the last thing that you want is start bringing in a whole bunch of new faces again.
Well, how much have we seen that over the last 5 years, right? Yeah. 4 or 5 years. We've seen way too much of that. We do need to see continuity.
Yeah.
Also, and we'll talk about it more in a bit in the fan forum because we do have a bit of a loaded question here, but it'll be interesting to see if coaching changes also kind of shuffle up personnel as well on the player athlete side. So it'll be really interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the votes here. Jamie Fadoon in the herd chat for Keon Julian Grant signing. He is a gold. And then Pierre, what up Pierre, says green. So not the biggest fan on this, unless he's talking about the
sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. So
John, we do see your questions. We're going to talk about those in the fan forum. So how about we get right into it?
Sure.
Let's dig into our final segment tonight on the show. We had to bring back another fan favorite, the fan forum. Big shout out to the fans, by the way, for listening, for watching. You are rocking with the Elks herd. This is the Elks Call, and this is the fan forum. So this fan forum is brought to you by Argos Fancast. Join Clay, Will, and Sir Doug as they give you the latest from Argos land right here on Shotgun Sports Network. Their latest episode was really good, talking Blue Jays while the hype was still alive. I miss it. There's nothing like fall baseball. There's nothing like November baseball, okay? That's the first time I've ever experienced that. It just still hurts. I think this is our first episode since the loss.
It does hurt.
Yeah. Just give a quick round of applause here for the Blue Jays and what they did. Okay, back to it. This segment, we're going to talk about the hottest topics surrounding the Edmonton Elks and the CFL world as a whole. Herd chat, blow it up. For the last time tonight, you know what to do. Get the comments and questions into the herd chat. We're going to get them onto the show. All right. We do have a bit of a question here, Catherine. Question number one. It looks like we have two. So question number one, Ottawa Red Blacks. Big news recently surrounding that organization. They announced that Ryan Dinwiddie has become the head coach and GM of the Ottawa CFL franchise. This leaves a hole open in Toronto, which is where he was coming from. Now that hole could be filled by Mike O'Shea of the Blue Bombers. So here we go. It looks like we might have a coaching carousel once again in the CFL. And you've kind of seen this already before, right?
Yes and no. I think it was particularly targeted towards Edmonton and just a change of coaching. Just a change of everything.
But you've seen a quarterback carousel happen before, right?
Yes.
They've all kind of shifted.
Yeah.
Bo Levi. Yeah, that would be the Bo Levi year. There was a couple
I think they all did. Trevor Harris.
Cody Fajardo.
I think they all shifted at some point very close to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so here we are, right? And I've seen this once or twice in the league, but it looks like there may be a major shift now. We may see a coaching carousel. Do you think we see a Mike O'Shea in Toronto? Do you think that's possible? Or do you think the Elks even will be affected by this coaching carousel?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think that a lot of the coaching is pretty set in Edmonton, but there are a few pieces that could be changed.
Yeah,
I see a lot of the current coaches that we have, and I don't see them wanting to move, perhaps.
I think that anybody that was coaching with the Double E last year has a chance this year.
Yeah.
But if you didn't succeed in your role, I think the leash is tight. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Jordan Maximic has to get it together. I think that there's certain pieces on the Double E that have to get it together. JC Sher came around. Aaron Grimes came around. I don't even really know if he actually really struggled all that much, but the D-backs definitely did their job this year.
Yeah.
We saw a better second half defense altogether. So I don't think that there's any issues with the defensive coaching.
I really think that the only one that should be worried about his job a little bit is
Jordan Maximic. Yeah. And great guy. Never want to see anybody out of job. But I think that if there is a position that's at scrutiny right now for the Double E, that's going to be it. Is Jordan Maximic leaving to go be head coach anywhere? No. I don't see that happening right now.
No, it would be a lateral move, if anything.
At this point, yes.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of who's going to take him.
Well,
if anybody does. Yeah, I definitely. If there is a move, I do think that it would be lateral.
Yeah. But. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't have. I don't have any suspicions that the Edmonton Elks will make that move. Like, I don't think that.
Do you think they would let him go and then get another?
Well, if he wanted to go leave for an opportunity, then I think that they would allow him that opportunity. Yes. He is also under contract, I believe. So it depends on terms of contract. Right. I don't know if they do a year-over-year renewal. When Chris Jones was in, that was like a hard 3 or 4 year deal. Right. So I know that there is terms attached. I don't believe that they're on an auto renewal system because they're under a coach's cap and they're under the football operations side of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's interesting. I guess we'll see. I don't think that this carousel they speak of is really going to affect. It's really going to affect Edmonton all that much, but it may open up some positions for certain individuals that may be looking for different opportunities.
Well, and I think the biggest one out there that we would be remiss if we didn't speak on is Mike O'Shea potentially going over to Toronto. He's a legendary Argonaut. He came up through various teams, but the Winnipeg Blue Bombers offered him the best stepping stone for a return back to Toronto, and it's been widely speculated. Mike O'Shea still hangs out with Pinball Clemens, Pinball. So the connections are there. The team is getting stripped down anyways. I think the Toronto Argonauts are going back down to the other end of the spectrum. They're past their Grey Cup days. Yeah. They need to rebuild now. And who better to rebuild with than Mike O'Shea? If you are the Toronto Argonauts, you're licking your chops.
Yeah, that's probably what you want.
Which Ryan Dinwiddie moved on to get GM and head coach of the Ottawa Redblacks. So, but he got to step up. Mike O'Shea, would he want to go over and be head coach and GM? I don't know about that. And Michael Pinball Clemens, is doing all right.
Yeah, he is.
Like he seems to be doing all right, with the team, and it doesn't seem like they're really ever that far out. Right now, they're just missing a head coach. So you bring over Mike O'Shea, basically like a lateral move, but now he's working for coaching the team that he used to play for. Yeah. So I think that that's a fairy tale story that it could be very plausible. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people are saying that Mike O'Shea is a dead set stay in Winnipeg, and I don't believe that. Because I think if the opportunity is right anywhere, you're going to take it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Interesting.
Let's get to John's comments and questions here. I do want to bring up some of these. Do you think the Grey Cup is actually sold out? I would say by tickets, it's sold out. By ticket volume, it's sold out. How many of these tickets were bought on major packages or deals or whatever?
How many of those tickets were people from Winnipeg that bought them early?
Well, no. So that's resale. That would still be resale.
Yes.
Somebody has to go in and buy the tickets first.
Yeah. So technically, it's still purchased. Yeah. So it still counts towards the sellout.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I think the better question is how many empty seats.
Yeah, I haven't looked into any of that. I don't know how many tickets have been sold yet. So I'm not sure.
Well, it's sold out.
Is it
So
sold
they
out?
announced that it's sold out.
So if somebody goes right now on the website and tries to buy a ticket to the Grey Cup, they cannot.
They can because there's resale.
Okay.
But it's sold out. The original
Mm.
batch of tickets is all sold out. They are all sold out. Sorry.
Do you think they sneakily resale some of the tickets that haven't been sold yet just to make it look like
No, but do they give away tickets? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, right? Maybe. But that would be the Grey Cup festival having to do that.
Yeah.
CFL would have to do that because the Bombers ultimately, even though they manage it, I don't know if they necessarily have a hand in on tickets.
That's true.
So that's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be because what's the capacity of the stadium?
38K.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
38 or
it's
40K,
it's possible that it's sold out. I think.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, just going by the sale numbers, going by sales, I think that's fine. I think that's a fair measurement.
Yeah.
What else? I like this one as well. Should some CFL teams downgrade to smaller stadiums? Obvious answer is no. I think that you take a look at North American sports in general, and we've mentioned the Seattle Sounders. We know about the Vancouver Whitecaps who open up their upper bowl every once in a while. They got 50,000 here recently. Vancouver Whitecaps did. So playing out a BC place. BC Lions also opened up their upper bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Double E have the luxury of opening up their upper bowl.
Yeah.
So should CFL teams downgrade to smaller stadiums? No. And here's another thing. Grey Cup doesn't go to Montreal because if they do go, they have to be in Olympic Stadium.
Right.
Of 55K.
Yeah.
56K, whatever.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense to downgrade. That's why whenever there's talks about, the potential that the Edmonton Elks will build another stadium, it's like, well, what's the implications of that? You're at that point, you're really limiting yourself for the potential of filling up a stadium that is much larger. I mean, obviously, the Elks are not at that point, but they could be. There has been.
Yeah.
It's been there before. It's been done. Why would you limit yourself of that possibility by building something smaller?
Well, and that's exactly it. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
That's if you have a bigger canvas that you can use when you need to, then why wouldn't you want that luxury?
Yeah.
And I mean 50,000, and there is a conversation to be had about the modernization of Commonwealth Stadium and how they could probably use it within the next 3 years.
I mean, they could definitely use a little bit of paint in some of those.
Walls
a little bit
of Jericho.
Of stabilization in some of those stairs because they're shaky.
The talking stairs, the wall of Jericho, the walls of Jericho could use a fresh coat of paint. Tommy G in the herd chat. What up, Tommy G? Awesome. Great to see you in here tonight, my man. Former guest on the show.
Of course. And we always see him down on the field and we're always yelling.
And he always waves back.
Yeah.
That's the other great part about that is he's always very receptive of everybody yelling, Tommy! Miss it already. Tommy! Yeah, I miss it already.
I know.
What up, K-Bop Bobbin? K-Pop Bobbin.
I love it.
I love it.
I'm really into K-pop recently. Not really.
Demon Hunters.
I'm just into K-pop Demon Hunters.
Big fan.
Big fan.
You're a stan.
Oh.
And Jamie Vadoon, capacity for Winnipeg is a little bit over 32,000, and I want to say they try to bump it up to 40,000 with expanded seating. It's tough to say if they're doing the scaffolding again this year. I haven't really been following that news, but maybe they do expand it. Maybe they don't.
So that's not in the plans for the Grey Cup.
I don't know. I have not dug into that one. That's on me.
Well, and that would be smart of them. If they have the ability to increase the capacity and they have a sold out show, why wouldn't they open up that?
And they did that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So CFL likes to expand wherever they can, right? Even back in the day, there's a crazy picture of the old, I want to say Winnipeg Stadium. And it's got like a massive wing for expanded seating.
Can you see well from there? Could you see well, or is it
binoculars maybe from all the way up at the top? Just crazy. And then yes, John, are you buying AC/DC tickets? I do have a friend that will be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning to get AC/DC tickets, hoping for some pit action. We will see.
Now, are we willing to pay $500?
We're gonna have to. AC/DC's done
I
after
don't know,
this.
man.
This is the last time
They
AC/DC
keep saying
tours.
that. It's like the Rolling Stones. They will always come back. So it's questionable. I don't know. Personally, I'm really excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit more excited about the Pretty Reckless, but
Hey.
I of course love AC/DC.
To each their own. I love live rock at Commonwealth Stadium. So yes, and also Foo Fighters will be coming as well.
Yes.
I believe I already have tickets for that. So
yeah.
Hey, and I hear that they may not be done with the concert announcements at Commonwealth Stadium.
Oh, interesting.
Just a heads up. So if you are a country fan, there may be a country concert
I'm
coming.
expecting that. There's always every year. There's 2 or 3 country concerts at Commonwealth.
Well, and I mean, we don't know, right?
They're
we
all
don't.
Brents.
They're all what?
Brents.
Bretts.
Or Bretts.
Or
Or
Bretts.
Brents.
It's a Brett Kissel. It's a Brad Paisley. Yeah, it's one of those. K-Bop does say, "Hi, I'm a casual fan on CFL near Hamilton." Well, shout out you for tuning in. Let's give a little round of applause for tuning in. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. All right, question number 2.
Yeah.
So this is one that hits close to the green and gold home here, Commonwealth Stadium. The 2015 Grey Cup was almost exactly 10 years ago. While the 2005 team was honored this year, the 2015 team was not. Was this a mistake by the Double E, or should the team have done something to honor the 2015 team this year?
So why weren't they? Was there something else going on at the same time, or
No, you were there for the season like I was.
Yeah, I know.
Like the 2015 Grey Cup was won, 10 years, well, almost exactly 10 years ago now. Sure, maybe not, technically on point, like, as of 10 years ago, they didn't win it yet. But that doesn't matter. It's a championship season. The 2015 team will always be remembered.
Well, maybe it's a every 20-year thing that they have.
Matt O'Donnell's wondering, like we're all wondering, why is this?
Well, they have to take it like a decade at a time, so.
But that's not right. Should have to wait 20 years to celebrate a Grey Cup team.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what the thought process behind that was.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Sure. But they should have added it up, like 2005 and 2015.
Yeah.
Every decade.
But here's the other thing, though, and this is what's a little bit frustrating. It costs more money to fly these guys in later on. But right now here in town, you have Eddie Steele, Andrew Jones, you have Matt O'Donnell, you have Armando Sewell, you have Sherritt, Grimes.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of these guys decided to stay in Edmonton, surprisingly, with the winters that we have. But they're
Dad's
Edmontonians.
still in town. Thaddeus Coleman.
They're Edmontonians through and through. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the 2015 team should have been honored this year. I'm really surprised that they're not.
Yeah, I agree. They should have. That's weird. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll see them being honored in 10 years.
Well, it should take another 10 years. That's what I'm saying. They never honored the Grey Cup team or did a Wall of Honor this year. And Wall of Honor,
true.
I would assume.
I did wonder about that this year.
Yeah, there was none of that.
No.
That is interesting.
Was there nobody to?
Oh no,
There should have been. There's
always
somebody to honor for sure.
I'm waiting for that Michael Riley honor.
Gosh.
Everybody take a drink.
The last time that Michael Riley was here, we weren't in line. Oh, sorry. We were in line to get his autograph. And unfortunately, we were just a little too late.
They switched him out.
You saw him stand up right in front of you and walk away before you got the chance. So sad and disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. Take it up with the team. Let's write a letter. They should.
Well, I mean, the moment is past now, right? The moment is now long gone. So it is what it is. It's rather disappointing, but I mean, hey, better luck 10 years.
Yeah.
They're looking
Let's
at
see.
yours.
Look at that. Yes.
Let's see. John Kirby's question here. Let's end the fan forum with one more question.
Okay.
Question for the both of you. What should the team do to add more to the tailgate? And or do to add more, more to the tailgate, which I almost thought I was interpreting this as something else because I would love to see the tailgate expanded. Somebody recently talked to me about the issues that plague Commonwealth Stadium. And one of them is obviously not a big enough parking lot.
Right.
The parking lot around Commonwealth Stadium, while it is somewhat big, it's not like it's a small parking lot. But like, I want to see Lot A full of tailgate. I want to see Lot B full of tailgate. I want to see other parking lots created.
Oh, that'd be hard though.
But you could have tailgating right across the road. They shut down that road for game day anyways.
Yeah, but that's a private area, right?
If Lafarge was out of there, yes. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what if some of these businesses, like, is the feasibility there to expand the parking lot? And you know what? With the park and ride scenario there, it's a dream. It's a pipe dream.
Yeah, I could see potentially Lot A and kind of have that route going all the way from the street going into the other side of the tailgate. But I mean, it's difficult to think what else you could do in that situation other than just increasing the tailgate. But I mean, from a business perspective and a price point perspective, you take a look at what they've done this year, and I think it's fantastic. You know, with the entertainment aspect of it, all the activations that they do, all the sponsors that they have. It would be really difficult from a financial point of view or standpoint if you had to duplicate both. Because at that point, if you have live entertainment in Lot B, you would have to have live entertainment in Lot A to make it more inclusive, to make it feel like a tailgate. Otherwise, what's the point? Right? So, or sure, maybe you could just increase the parking in Lot A and people could still technically tailgate, but if they're in Lot A, they don't get the same feel as they would in Lot B with everything else that they have. So you either have to double it up or understand that the other side and the other lot would not have the same experiences as the Lot B. So, like, I don't know, what do you do in that situation?
Yeah, and that's a really good point. Yeah, and I mean, they also need to keep it accessible too. They need to keep certain things accessible. City of Edmonton, that's a major factor. How do you work around that piece? The City of Edmonton, I do hear that the City of Edmonton is getting more engaged on the tailgate. I do hear that we may see some changes in the near future, or you know, even in a couple years from now, we may actually see things either expand. We may see more emphasis. We may see Explore Edmonton out there. Like, you know, there's talks. There's talks to make it bigger.
What I would like to see is have some sort of like maybe even path. Yeah, you know, from the street level where the transit is, have tents or activations or some sort of booths or something that go from that side of the street all the way to the tailgate. Because if you see a whole bunch of tents, like we see on the one side of the tailgate, you automatically want to go walk there and see what that is, right? And if you follow all the tents and it leads you to the tailgate, then there's a chance that it will increase foot traffic, right? So maybe if you just have like a man-made path that is forcing people to walk through something because there's booths and there's things that are being given out, or there's games for kids or something that is leading them towards tailgate, maybe that's just one way to increase foot traffic.
Or use up the green space. Like when you look at Calgary's tailgate, it's a true tailgate, as in they back onto the green space. They set up their chair and all of their gear on the green space. It's not parking lot paradise.
Technically, they have that on the one side.
On the one side, but everybody else is traditionally tailgating on the concrete, much like an American tailgate.
Yeah.
But in Calgary, you're right on the green space. It's comfortable. You lose some of that camaraderie, but you gain it with everybody parked on the grass. And then, you know, even when we set up our tailgate, Dave McKinnon from Section T, there with Tom Gazzola, friend of the herd, and all those guys.
But I mean, it's not like you can put more grass.
No, but I mean, you do have some grass spaces now. How do you incorporate that with, say, the tents and the walking idea from the other side? It's tricky because the fans also go one of two ways. They go north along 111th, which you're walking along 111th, and then they could go south, which is down past the recreation center. You go from the LRT down the recreation center way. Maybe you walk right through the recreation center to get to the tailgate, which is actually the quickest way.
Right.
So, I mean, like, how do you direct traffic through there? How do you funnel traffic? And you can't have a tailgate in the middle of the rec. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A guy with a sign that says tailgate this way.
I like that.
You know, like, what is it? Dancing Dan? Is he still around? Hire the guy.
I feel like he passed or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope not. John does say add stuff to Clark Park. It is underutilized. It's not a bad idea.
Well, but that you would have to like pay for the space for the time, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But they do anyways because of the cheerleaders.
Oh, that's right. But maybe they only pay for, like, is it hourly? Because the cheerleaders are only there, 3 hours before the game, and then they leave.
The Edmonton Elks are
which is the tailgate, which is what the tailgate is. So,
but they are customers to the city of Edmonton who rents that space.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea if they had something up on Clark.
Well, and I mean, if they're already engaged on things such as the tailgate, then maybe we will see things evolve a little bit out there. Yeah. As far as our direct suggestions, we are looking at a committee idea, looking at fans that kind of want to join a group that helps organize events in the tailgate. And, it's like a for fans from fans thing. I'm not trying to make this a business. We just don't want to do as much work as we do every year, which people like Chris, what up, Chris, Agar in the herd chat. Folks like him get to do these great events and participate and give support and all of that as well. But we're looking to do some more events in 2026, and a best barbecue competition would be great. Chili cook-off will always return. Who knows, maybe a burger contest. Like, we don't know what we're going to do, but it would be great if we had some help doing that. So if anybody is ever interested, if you are listening and you have a tailgate spot, if that's something that you're interested in, shoot us a message at the Elks Herd or admin@shotgunsportsnetwork.ca, and let's talk, because yes, our committee is coming soon. Very excited about that. Alrighty, do we have any more questions?
I don't think so.
Yeah, one of the ideas, John, is for the tailgate, I was gonna do up flags. So like an Elks fans eat here, CFL fans eat here flag. And then that way, if the flag is up, like, people can swing on by and grab some eats, have some combos, all of that. Flag down.
Yeah, that's definitely something that would be really good, especially for other members of the tailgate that do feed people. We do understand that there's a lot of private parties that don't necessarily want that or have that available. But there has to be a way that passerbys can just recognize that food is being given out by others and be able to visit those stalls. So we'll take a look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can do. The transparency on this, and we'll just throw it down. We don't have much else to talk about anyway, so we can talk about it. But the transparency on this is for Kathy and I to do our game day tailgate out in Lot B. It's about $50, and then, I don't know, 3 to 4 to 5 hours, depending on what we're cooking that day. So really, I mean, it's hours of work, and we're not even talking about, us being there, because really, to get to serve fans and talk to fans and all that, that's not work for us. We have fun doing that. That's not part of the work. But when you're prepping the meats and prepping the food and getting everything ready to go and everything together, we only have 3 hours to serve that, which means we usually have to do a lot of pre-prep. Our friend Ginger Argo, he has a luxury in getting to go there so early over to the parking lot outside of BMO Field, sorry. But for us here in Edmonton, we only have 3 hours. So yeah, it's about $50. Times that by 10, you're looking at $500 on the season. That's in meats, and sometimes it's higher and sometimes it's lower. So
sometimes it's pancakes,
sometimes
sometimes it's smoked meat.
sometimes it's pancakes, sometimes it is filet mignon. No.
We are not that rich.
No. But do gotta say big shout out to the donors, the sponsors, everybody that did support our tailgate this year. We spent a lot less than we normally would have, and that's thanks to our sponsors. Also, people bringing gifts, people bringing food. I usually eat that food. I think I had pierogies and kubasa after that last game that was kicking around in the truck there overnight. So luckily we're at food safe temperatures right now, but I heated it up, obviously. I didn't eat the sour cream for that reason. Yeah, I was smart, but yes, Chris does know. Oh man, that is prime tailgate locale at BMO Field, and that is thanks to, once again, people such as We Still Tailgate and good friend Ginger Argo. David's awesome. He's the man. And then Chris does also say would love to do a smoke competition, but I don't think we'd be able to have the lot of a public building for 12 plus hours. Yeah. See, and that's the thing, man. If you're gonna do a best smoked meats competition, you'd sure hope that you do it all in one spot, right? Which is the tricky part.
That's what Ginger does.
Exactly.
He shows up at like 4 a.m. and starts smoking
with electric or propane. I believe he has electric or propane smoker. I think I want to even say his might have been electric, but yeah, I like if I were to do that, I have to have charcoal, and one of the big rules is you're not allowed to smoke with charcoal. You're not allowed to use charcoal, and then as Chris said, there is a time constraint as well. So a best smoked meats competition. What if you smoke it at home the day before and you bring it in nice and hot?
It's not the same.
No, but if you smoke it overnight and then you take it out right before.
Well, I mean, we've done that. Close enough.
We've done that.
Yeah.
Well, we do the burger patties day of, I believe. Burger patties are smoked day of, so it is possible. Let's talk about this one, Chris. Let's talk about it. Let me. We need a committee, so we'll talk about it.
It's a lot of work organizing these things, okay?
But a smoked meats competition is right up my alley, and I think that you're onto something, Chris. So I want to participate in this one. I want to participate. Alrighty, let's go ahead and close that fan forum. A big shout out you. Shout out you, the viewer, the listener, the people, the herd chat. You guys came through tonight. You always do. It was a fantastic show tonight. I know that we didn't have a whole ton of Double E to talk about. I was trying to pluck as much Double E out of there as possible tonight. So big shout out you guys for bringing the fire, bringing the content as always. If you are watching live tonight, you are going to be watching on Shotgun Sports Network LTD on YouTube or the Elks Herd on Facebook. You can find us on Blue Sky. You can find us everywhere. The Elks Herd is everywhere. At the Elks Herd on social media platforms. Once again, big shout out you. We didn't quite have a guest, but I know that we're going to have a great guest next week. 2015 Grey Cup champion coming at you next week on the Elks Call from the Elks Herd. My name is Scout, a.k.a. the Rev from Section X.
And I'm Catherine, a.k.a. Do You Even Elks?
We are the Elks Herd. This was the Elks Call, and we will catch everybody on another lovely episode of the Elks Call. Cheers, everybody.
Have a good night.